Hi there, Logic language learners. So another really important video, lots going up this week. All of which is the best way to do it, are responses to classes I've taught and people go, I don't quite get that. So I just want to make sure that my general online learning community are all up to date. Can I please remind you, we also still have the discount deal on the vocab files, so if you want the 4 hours of me speaking the vocabulary, all of which is required for exams, and general speaking, it's a fantastic resource. Do have a look. I'll try and pin the link at the end of this. That is still on special offer to those of you from YouTube. So, what we're looking at today is the very cunning and very brilliant fact that in French you can use indirect pronouns to mean more than just to the person. So if you're not sure at the point at which I said indirect pronouns, if you suddenly just go, what is Lukey talking about? Press stop. Go and watch the videos on direct and indirect pronouns that I will stick underneath, okay, in this description. Everything will be in the description, and then come back and join us. Okay, because this video is really over anybody's head who doesn't quite yet understand the difference between, for example, je lui parle versus je le parle, okay? Or at least knows what we're aiming for with that, even if they sometimes, go the wrong way, okay? So by all means come back, but just make sure you've got that under your belt first. So when I teach those, what I really need to stress, and I do normally say this, and I'm fairly confident it's on the video, is that when you start talking about direct and indirect, I don't mean to be mean, but lesser teachers sort of go, oh, indirect is to the person, and direct is there's no to. Well, that's silly, because for a start in English, there's times when you don't say the to, and the to is there in. So there's no to in English, but you still have indirect in French. So for example, I tell him, it's still je lui dis, versus I say to him, which is je lui dis, the same thing, so don't be listening to the English. But what we're really looking at today is when we're using the indirect pronouns in another function, so it's kind of like for the person, or just generally headed in that person's direction. So let's make this really clear. So first things first, the indirect pronouns are as follows. Me, un, te, un, nous, un, vous will be the same pronouns, be they reflexive, and for the bottom three, reciprocal, direct or indirect. So if we're dealing with an I, a you singular, a we, and a you plural, either way it's going to be me, te, nous, vous. We don't need to worry about that, okay? The indirect pronoun that we're talking about is the one that I use my hands for, which is lui and leur. So lui is to him, to her, or for him, for her, or generally coming towards her in a sentence when she's not the direct thing, or same for them, okay? So let's make this clear again. So me, te, lui, nous, vous, leur, okay? So let's use some examples. So if I said, I do his work. Je fais son travail. Je fais son travail. Okay? And I'm going to write my examples as I go so we know what I've got to pop underneath. Okay? So je fais son travail. Okay? Je fais son travail. Okay? If I wanted to say I do his work for him, as I'm saying this, most of you will go, oh, je fais son travail pour lui. You'll be like, yeah, that's fine. Je fais son travail pour lui. And as you can tell, this is going to be written underneath the description. So follow my voice, but read the words. And I'm saying, yeah, that's fine, that's grand, that's all very good. But there's another way in French. In the sentence, I do his work, what is being done? His work. So the direct link is I do and his work, okay? But he's in the sentence. It's kind of my energies are coming towards him. Yeah? Lui. I'm not doing him, no jokes. I'm, so you could think of the indirects as also being for somebody. So I do his work for him. Je lui fais son travail. Je lui fais son travail. It could go the other way around. He does my work. Yeah? Il me fait mon travail. Il me fait mon travail. He does my work for me. He's not doing me. Okay? Now, think of it like this. I bought some bread. J'ai acheté du pain. Yeah, I bought some bread. Okay, so j'ai acheté du pain. Okay, if I said I bought myself some bread, automatically I'm not buying myself in some weird, crazy online auction. Although that would be quite fun. I'm buying something for myself, but it's still je then the me, because it's I to myself me. So who cares whether you're doing the action directly to yourself or for yourself, it's still going to be reflexive. So I bought myself some bread is going to be je me suis acheté. Yeah? So you're using the indirect, which in this case just matches the bloody reflexive anyway. So I did something to myself. Je me suis fait... I did something for myself, so I bought myself some bread. Je me suis acheté du pain. I would never buy myself bread, I'm allergic, but I'll let you guys enjoy it. So he bought himself some roses. Il s'est acheté, yeah? Il s'est acheté, you know, des roses or quelques roses, okay? So that's, you can use this, doing this to the same person that's doing the verb. So I'm going to explain to you, je vais vous expliquer. I'm going to do your work for you. Je vais vous faire votre travail. Okay? So, now let me add another one on. This method is massively important with body parts. Massively, massively important with body parts. Let me explain to you why. And that can be both the one coming to yourself or going to other people. As a general tendency in French, and Spanish actually, we don't say the possessive, that's the my, the your, yeah, possessive adjective with body parts. So, for example, you can say my foot, mon pied, okay, of course you can, but in phrases and sentences with verbs, we generally, it's not that we avoid it, just the done thing is to use something else. For example, I brush my hair, something I don't do very often, as you can see very, very well. Okay, so I brush my hair is I myself brush the hair. Okay, I myself brush the hair. So I'm not brushing myself, I'm not particularly that hairy, but I'm brushing myself the hair. This me in this case is not I'm brushing myself, it's I for myself, action coming towards myself. The thing being brushed is the hair, but it's je me brosse les cheveux, tu te brosses les cheveux, il se brosse les cheveux, nous nous brossons les cheveux. So when you think about this, it's, if you say I wash myself, je me lave, tu te laves, il se lave, the thing being washed is me. I mean, that is literally reflexive. I wash myself. I brush my hair, I'm not brushing myself, I'm for myself brushing the hair. So it's coming towards that person, but it's not about them. So, for example, I massage his shoulders is going to be je lui